I'm going to leave that there for right now and ask Chief Deputy Henry wanted to make a comment.
Thank you, Sheriff.
You got it.
Good afternoon. Steve Henry, S-T-E-V-E-H-E-N-R-Y, Chief Deputy, Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Well, this afternoon we're here today talking about something that's actually, at least from my perspective, fairly unimportant. You know, we've got a lot of problems in Pinal County, the state of Arizona, and the country that we live in, and we've been reduced to talking about this. And that does not take away from the fact that the sheriff is a phenomenal leader. He always has been. He's taken this sheriff's office to a place that it never thought it could be, and it's only going to get better. And I'm proud to be associated with the sheriff's office. I'm proud that this man is my sheriff, and I consider him a very, very good friend. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
That's all.
Grizzle, did you want to say something?
Harry Grizzle, H-A-R-R-Y, Grizzle, G-R-I-Z-Z-L-E. I've worked here close to 20 years. I met the sheriff when he became elected. I have to say from experience, I'm honored to work with and for this man. He's done a lot of excellent things for our agency. I feel this is a sideshow, to be honest with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with our agency. It will not and has not, to be honest with you. I know that's the bottom line, is our agency has never done better. And I actually believe this is quite courageous for this man to come out and do this and tell everyone today in this public specter. It's unfortunate it came out this way, but as he said, it's a relief. We'll get through this, and I fully support him.
Thank you.
Deputy Chief.
Brian, do you want to? Here's Supervisor Brian Martin from Pinal County.
Good afternoon, Brian Martin, Pinal County Supervisor, B-R-Y-N, M-A-R-T-Y-N. First and foremost, Paul Babeu is a very, very dear friend of mine. I've known Paul since well before we were elected. And I will tell you, after serving 2 tours, myself in Iraq, 2 tours Afghanistan, Bosnia, and Africa, we fight for the reality that people are judged by the content of their character. We are not judged in America by the color of our skin, our race, or our sexual orientation. Paul Babeu is a fantastic leader. It has absolutely nothing to do with his sexual orientation. Americans, Arizonans, we need to get over this. Paul is a good guy. Paul is a leader. Paul makes changes that we need in Pinal County, Arizona, and America. Paul is the kind of guy that Pinal County needs, and God bless him, he stepped up and he's looking to take that to Washington. And I think everybody would agree, we need people of character in Washington. Paul Babeu is a man of character, and he will always be a dear friend, and his orientation has absolutely nothing to do with our friendship, and it never will. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Brian, what's yours?
Martin.
Martin.
Ruben Montano, R-U-B-E-N-M-O-N-T-A-N-O. I'm a captain. When I met Sheriff Babeu, he came to me as a sheriff and said, I need somebody to do the accreditation in the detention center. And the important thing I looked at was not because of my race, it's not because I'm a Democrat, what party I'm associated with, it's because of my abilities to do the job. Coming to Pinal County, bringing the first accreditation into the state of Arizona for a detention center, as well as the second one in the nation through the National Sheriff's Association, it's important to know that he hires people to do the job for what's there. You're concerned about a scandal? Well, Sheriff Babeu is not married. It's not with an individual who is married. This is his personal life, and it should be left with his personal life. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Sure, Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay Stewart. I live down south in what would be called a no man's land.
Step up just a
Paul and I have become friends due to where I live. It's quite unusual to get to know the sheriff of any county by, I guess, the events that go on around your house. But in the time I've known Paul, he's always been there. I can reach him 24 hours a day. I'd like to second or third the point made about sexual orientation. In this case, it's absolutely irrelevant. Paul does a great job. He's a good person. He's a good friend. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Chris Emmons, who's a fellow police officer from Chandler. We served together, met back in 2002, 3.
Long time. My name is Chris Emmons. It's CHRISEMMONS. I'm a police officer as well as a commissioned officer in the military. I've had the opportunity to serve with Paul several different situations, and the thing that I've always been impressed about this gentleman is it's performance and results driven. Every position that I've ever worked with Paul in, he has always excelled and accomplished at exceptional levels above and beyond what was asked. He did that through his professionalism and his ability to focus on and live the warrior ethos. And the warrior ethos is something that every person who served in the military knows. And it's based on service above self. And that's what this gentleman represents. That's what he represents for Pinal County, the state of Arizona, and one day, God willing, he will be there in Washington supporting us all. Because what we should be focused on right now, aside from his orientation, is the fact that we've got people out there unemployed who can't support their families, people who are out there struggling with our healthcare system because it's not taking care of them in the best country in the whole world. And this is the silly sideshow that we've come to represent as being so important to take time out of people's lives. Regardless of this gentleman's orientation, he's a fantastic leader. He represents you, he represents me, and every Arizonan would be lucky to have him represent us in Washington, D.C. Hua.
Scott.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Scott Blevins, SCOTTBLEVINS. I'm a Pinal County businessman. I've been in business for 10 years. When Sheriff Paul Babeu came into Pinal County and took control, his results of response times increased. He has let his employees elevate themselves at becoming better, creating a good environment in Pinal County. That also brings into account that flows over into what the residents of Pinal County say. I feel safer because Paul Babeu is my sheriff. He is a close friend of mine. I've been getting to know him for 4 years now. He has done every single thing he set out to do. He is the only politician that I have ever come across that has done that. He has made the residents of Arizona more aware of what's going on the border. He has turned heads. His sexual orientation has no business being put aside or set aside to a position where it doesn't allow him to affect the leadership. His leadership skills are beyond any person I've ever come across in my life. I'm proud of Sheriff Paul Babeu. I stand by Sheriff Paul Babeu. I know a lot of my business partners stand by Sheriff Paul Babeu in Pinal County. He is somebody that's going to be reckoned with, and I encourage his continuous challenges. He's a great person, and I support his future endeavors.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Cheryl Chase.
Cheryl Chase. I want you to know the man that I know. I met Paul when he came back from Iraq, and he was a major in the Army. He served his time in Iraq. He served our country. He secured our border in Yuma under his leadership. He was commander. Commander Chris Emmons was also with him there, and they did an exceptional job in securing our border, and so that's what we need to be focused on. I came into office with him, and I worked with him side by side, and I know the love and the respect that people here and the people in the military have. I know a lot of his friends, and the love and the respect under this fine commander, under this fine sheriff, that's the thing to focus on, and I stand by Paul.
Thank you.
Always.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you, my friend.
Appreciate it.
CHERYL.
Chase like the bank, but she doesn't know. She's a former state representative from Pinal County.
Thank you.